Greetings, it's your item shop owner, and I have an incredibly stupid idea. However, if you see this video, the idea probably worked. As an item shop owner, one of the things I do a lot is stay inside where it's warm and cozy and safe. But out there's also soldiers, fighters, adventurers, a lot of people who do fighting. I cannot fight, and I'm not tough. But I wanna look like I'm tough. And what's more tough looking than full plate armor? Well, not a lot of things. I don't need to fight in it. I just need to look intimidating. What if I make the entire armor out of cardboard? Sounds like an incredibly stupid idea, but I want to see how convincing it will look. Also, it's cheap, light, and I have a lot of it. So why not try it out? Ow, ow. This material can be lethal too. Paper cuts. Now, before I do that, I need to do some research, because of course I want to make it accurate. I have already found some references to use, so after having informed myself enough, I will share it with you and link it in the description. That's gonna be a lot of reading. See you. So I have found this 200-page study. You will probably find it in the description down below, because I will mainly be basing my armor that I make off of this study. I'm gonna warn you though, it's 3 GB of PDF files. Because the author actually took apart thousands of armor pieces, made multiple pictures, and kind of sorted them, numbered them. It's insane how much work went into this. If you're interested, take a look at the study. It's actually quite interesting. However, I did not read the 200 full pages because I just want to make some fun armor that is not too inaccurate. What I did read was the first 40 pages or so, and I made notes. You can pause the video right now and take a screenshot if it's to any interest of you, but I cannot guarantee that it's 100% accurate. It's just my notes, and that's not even all of it. There's another page, and now that I have gathered quite some knowledge, I can freely just customize it. Yeah, with the collected knowledge I customized an armor set, and as you can see it has no leg protection because I'm scared and I'm just a poser, which means I'm just doing this for the looks and the legs are not that important. And I'm actually serious. I am scared, mainly because I have never done this before, so I will first make an armor set for the upper body, like you can see here, and then it will maybe look cool, and if it all works out, I will make another one with leg protection or additional leg protection. Because yeah, realistically, it wouldn't make sense. You would fall immediately in battle because someone is like kind of taking apart your legs. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on YouTube, that might be too graphic. Here you can see different colors. I will not make a helmet, because that is a whole different story. And the rest, I will figure it out. This is not the last time you'll see this. I will explain in the process. Now we first have to get started somewhere. Fortunately, I recently gathered some big boxes, so I can cut full pieces out of them. I picked cardboard because it's mainly really easy to work with, and it works with a lot of glues, various glues. Paint also works really good if there's not too much water in it, and that's actually what I already tested out, because you know me, I use spray paint every now and then. Both of these have quite a silvery look, and it's pretty bright silver. I kind of did not want that this time. I'm kind of not in the mood to spray toxic fumes around again. I have a little bit of silver paint, which I actually tried out on some cardboard. This one has a black surface and this one has a gray surface, acrylic paint, but that doesn't really matter because the coverage is pretty good. And I could use this, but again, it's too bright, it's sparkling, it will not look as realistic as I want to. And then I discovered graphite. Take a look at this. You know what this is? This is just acrylic paint, and on top, pencil. Pencils are made from graphite, which looks exactly like this. It doesn't glitter, it has a dark color, it looks like metal, even though it is not metal. It has a really high contrast to this color. Luckily, I have you guys, and both on YouTube and on Instagram, it was pretty clear what to pick. And actually, I'm glad that you picked this one, because I kind of unconsciously already picked this. So I started experimenting further. Here's another set of tests, and these might look the same, but they have different grounds, because I wanted to see if the cardboard surface was good enough for the graphite. Turns out, yes, it is. I put a layer of glue on this one, a layer of varnish on this one, and nothing on this one. Then layered some graphite over them, and as you can see, this is the shiniest. And of course, I'm gonna pick the shiniest option. It's also the least effort one. Win-win. And yeah, I might have to clean my table. This is actually not even bad. You should have seen my hands a few days ago. And yeah, it's kind of weird. They did not get dirty by just making these little patches. I actually cheated. Well, okay, I didn't cheat, but I was actually so unsure if this would work out that I already made 2 pieces. It's for the lower arms. It's just cardboard tied together with strings, hot glue, and a little pressure button that was just glued on. And no, I did not paint this with my pencil alone. That would have been really inefficient. No, I used these. You're gonna see them in action later, but I can already show you these are pure graphite pencils. 2B, 4B, 6B and 9B. I used the 6B one, and apparently the softer they are, the more pure graphite is in them. Okay, I have to fix this. Anyway, okay, my hands are already quite dirty, and making a whole set of these, that's gonna be fun. Let me show you one last thing to finish them off. Look at this, then look at this. I just covered this one in hairspray. Just the good old got-to-be hairspray. And I'm gonna spray this one as well. Good morning! Notice something different? Yes, I thought I'd get into the spirit of winter a bit. I felt like something was missing. Right, I have the lower arms and I want to continue on with more of the arms. Thing is, there's so many different types of armors that I'm like very conflicted of what to choose and how to design them. Next, I probably want to do the shoulders, but I have no idea how I want them to look, because some of them just cover the shoulder, some of them cover the shoulder and parts of your torso, and some cover even your whole upper arm to the elbow. The biggest issue for me at the moment is my arm bending. Like, how much movement do I need to have? And how do I design everything to not block my movement? For example, my lower arms are covered like this on top, but then only like this on the bottom, because the arm moves and the hand moves as well. And I still have some issues with the top part, because when I rotate my arm, it's like I think I'm first gonna make something like this for the upper arm and then attach a shoulder pad. No idea how yet. We're gonna see. I have no idea what I'm doing. You know, I always say that in almost every project, but I feel this time it's even worse. If it wasn't for this channel, I might have abandoned this project a long time ago. But even though I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm gonna take some cardboard now and then I'm just gonna start doing something. Yes, I like this. This one's nice. It's thin enough and it has the right angle, because it makes most sense to bend it along the texture other than forcing it. And I'm just gonna measure my arm, but I shouldn't do it like this. I measured my lower arms like this. I just put it on there and went like this with a pencil, but I had to cut it down a couple of times because it was too big. I'm gonna try to be professional and use a measuring band. Okay. How did knights wear this? Oh, knights had little belts. I have elastic bands. Okay, hear me out. I'm somehow gonna make something with elastic bands, but how? No idea. Oh, I just got an idea on camera. These braces are tied together with strings. And then here's a button for the upper arms. I'm gonna make the same, but instead of strings, they're gonna be connected through elastic bands. So I can make them narrow, close them off, but on the other side it's stretchy. Yes, I'm a genius. Let's start off with a rounded rectangle. This is for my arm. Oh, I haven't considered the length. Doesn't matter. This is for the outer arm. I think the length isn't bad actually. Let me bend it first. I'm gonna do it just like I did it before. I'm gonna slightly bend it in the direction of the cardboard structure and then bend it a bit more on the edges. I hope this is all right. It feels a bit too small, to be honest, but that's okay. I'm just gonna make the back bigger. If I do it like before, I have to cut it out kind of like this and then bend it again. And then we have a tube. It's obviously not comfortable to wear. The edges are pretty sharp. It's just paper, but I'm not planning to go to a convention with it. It's fine. The only thing I'm thinking of is design. It is pretty plain, very plain, but for the tubes it's fine. After all, this is the most consistent piece in all of the ARMOUR sets that were studied in the study, because they're just plain and are not prominent at all. The more prominent parts are decorated. I'm gonna risk it now and use my all-time friend, hot glue, and some stretchy bands to glue it all together. Maybe I should leave a little gap in between just to be safe. And I'm just gonna go for it. This is how far it stretches. That's not too much and not too less. That was not the sound of someone who's 100% happy, but I think I know what to do. It's not big enough, but I'm just gonna leave a gap here as well. Quickly gonna make a little band. This time it's gonna be connected through a button. And it's simple, I just take a little piece, bend it. I need buttons. I'm gonna take a big one, place this one here first. They have an advantage, but also their disadvantages, because if you're too harsh with opening them, you will just rip the cardboard. Then I glue the other one into the lash. Is it called lash? How did I think of that word? In German it's Lasche, lash. This piece. Now I can comfortably close the button, put glue on top of it, so I can glue it under here. It just looks better. Okay, and that's basically it. It's still a bit flat for my taste, but it works. And I have to make the exact same one again. Ta-da! The shoulders. These are all too tiny. This one's good. This one's great. I did decide in my mind that I want the shoulders to go a bit over the torso. And I don't know how to measure that. Oh, let's just say approximately 30 centimeters, which is 1 foot, I think. I'm not American, I don't know. 12 inches is a foot, right? Oof! That's a bit much, isn't it? If I make it 30 centimeters, I can't get 2 out of this. You know what? Let's make 27 or 25, because otherwise I'm not gonna get 2 shoulder pieces out of this. Or 26. Let's make 26. Let me just freely sketch something. Oh well, my camera storage is full. It just turned off. Anyway, this will kind of look like a mushroom. It's gonna be open on top, but that's okay. It's easier that way. This is so uneven. Let's round the edges. Okay. What did I use this for? The quests. The quest boards. I colored the edges brown. I really hope I've done this right. I don't have a good feeling. This is not even a task where I have to focus. Why are my eyes watering? Oh yeah, I slept 2 hours. That might explain it. Normally I have a healthy sleep, like 8, 9 hours, sometimes 6. No, I'm too old for this. Okay. Nice. Oh, and then I can attach it to here. And we have a solid upper arm piece. I have to admit, I'm kind of proud of myself. Of course, I have to do a second one, and maybe I want to decorate it. I'm not sure how yet. We'll see. After making a second one, I glued it together, and then I took care of the elbows. And let me tell you, I just freestyled. I kind of cut out 2 curves, glued them together, put another curved shape on top. And yeah, that's actually the finished piece. I just have to attach them somehow. And for that, I used elastic band, which I kind of split at the elbow, then glued it into the piece. And now I'm able to wear it and bend my arm. I did actually not want to leave it blank, so I put some lace on the edges. And I didn't want to leave the shoulder pads blank either, so I decorated them with a foam band that you usually put in door frames and just some cardboard. Now, in order to color it, I first have to coat everything in black. I simply use black acrylic paint, and additionally, you might have seen it on the time lapse, I added gesso on the edges and on the lace, because the edges here are foam, this is fabric, and I don't want the paint to soak into it, but rather create a surface. That is why I use gesso as a ground. Right, so it's already looking quite messy here. I'm gonna make it even messier. And I'm not gonna start with the elbow thingies, they're still drying. I'm gonna start with one of these. Let me actually put my sleeves up properly, because yeah, this is gonna be messy. Now, like I said, this is graphite pencils. I am gonna use the softest one, 9B. And now I'm gonna take my scissors, open them like this, and then scratch the tip of the graphite pencil. I want the graphite to be in powder form. Now you can see there's powder that you can barely see, but it's a lot because let me just demonstrate. I'm gonna put my finger here. Yeah, okay, my fingers are pretty dirty after all. There's a lot of graphite. If you go over it, there's gonna be a huge mess. So I'm gonna take a paper towel, wrap it around my finger like this, and then I'm gonna start smudging. And it is important here to trust the process because first it will not look good, but the more you rub it into the surface, the shinier it gets. But yeah, this is how you get a shiny metal effect. I'm gonna add a second layer because it also works good. Now, since it's a bit tricky on the corners, you can additionally just use the pencil directly on the corners. This is probably gonna be a challenge on the not so flat surfaces. I haven't tried it out yet. As cool as this effect might look, it will definitely take me some time. Here's a little showcase for you. I am planning to wear a black shirt with it. It makes the elastic bands almost invisible. I'm gonna be honest, I'm conflicted because on one side, it's still unfinished and I don't know what to think of it yet. On the other side, I'm proud of the mobility. Look at this. Of course, the movement is still restricted, you know, but for a set of armor, I think this is a great range of movement. Just look at this. And the metallic shine also looks pretty good in the light, because I was starting to doubt it, but no reason for doubt. This is already wildly out of my comfort zone and I can be proud of that. Problem is I cannot really flip my hair, but that's okay. Obviously, this part is still missing, but I'm first gonna take care of the skirt. By skirt, I mean this one in the drawing I made. It's kind of supposed to look like dragon scales, and that also means I'm gonna make a lot of separate scales that are linked to each other. Now, why make the skirt first? Well, simply because it's the very bottom layer, and on top there's gonna be hip protection and then chest protection. I think I'm gonna use the elastic band kind of at this height here, so a pressure button to it so I can close it comfortably. And of course the scales are out of cardboard and I've yet to decide how big I want them to be. Maybe this big, maybe. So yes, let the grind begin. It's almost 5 hours later. I know, that's a lot of hours. That's honestly not something you'd expect from something like this, but doesn't matter right now. I'm finished and listen to the sound. Sounds kind of like rain. I actually like it a lot. You know, it took some time to make, but it's fairly simple. As a base, I have this band here, which I sewed some buttons to so I can close it. It's gonna be closed off like this. Then I cut a lot of these scales, glued some of them to the band, and then cut out more and connected them with strings in kind of a wavy pattern. Because as you can see, the goal I had was to make it kind of bendable, kind of a bit like fabric. You want to know why it took me 5 hours? Well, first of all, it's just the effort, and then I glued it with hot glue, and the battery of my hot glue gun went empty all the time. And then additionally, because I used hot glue, it was full of these little hot glue strings, and I had to pull all of them out, and there's still a lot of them in there if you look at it in the light. And in the end, the battery actually went completely empty, so I continued with normal glue, which was a slower process because it takes longer to dry. Anyway, now it's done. I'm happy about the end result and I'm gonna show you, of course. Look at this pretty little thing. Two things: it protects against slashing damage, but not against piercing damage. And yeah, originally I wanted to layer them without any gaps, but when I started here, I noticed that they would kind of maybe get stuck if they overlap too much. So yeah, this is how I arranged them. It's fine as well. The only thing that is not protected is the behind area, and there's a reason. Obviously it should be longer, especially on the back side, since I'm not doing the legs. And I maybe want to do the legs in the future. I'm gonna leave it like this, and then I still have the option to extend this, because maybe I don't need to extend it. Maybe it would just block the armor on the legs off. We don't know yet. And also, I know I'm turning around a lot of plans, but I was planning to do hip protection, right? But since this is higher than expected, this now serves as the hip protection, and then I just need to do something for the chest, which is gonna be probably the most difficult part. But I don't need to think about that now, because first, graphite. I have no idea how to measure the breastplate. I'm just gonna try to improvise. I'm gonna kind of roughly measure everything. Well, you know, all of the armor in this study was male, probably, but that's not an issue for me.
25.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Right, this is the final piece. I'm just gonna start putting something together and we'll see. Somehow it's already January again. This is actually the first time that I'm recording in 2026. Hello! This project has been a kind of on-off project in between projects. That is why I started it in November and now it's January. Since the video's been taking me a long time already, I decided to just make one more piece. It was not one of my best pieces. It looks a bit boxy, especially because it's so flat. I tried to fix that a bit by adding a bit of elevation to the front plate and then of course decorations as well. And the only thing left was to paint it black and then put some graphite on top, which of course made a huge mess and took a bit of time. But now it is finished and I'm actually gonna try it on. Yeah, it does look kind of blocky, especially around the hip area, but this was just a fun idea. Like, can I make actual armor out of cardboard? I kind of can. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad I'm finished because I'm excited to finally start my 2026 projects. Oh, my table is so full of graphite again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy New Year, happy 2026. I hope you have a nice day, evening or night, and we'll see each other soon. Bye bye. Boxing mittens. This year I want to start teasing videos. Period.